All right, welcome back to Midday Mercer. We're here with Daveon, and this has been a long time coming.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I feel like we've been trying to get you on this for probably at least 2 months,
Yeah, 2 months.
and
Since
I
the
would
start of the semester.
yeah, I know, and I would say most of that is Eli's fault, but
What? Wait. Every little thing is my fault. That's the problem.
That's
Just not.
Listen.
I like it. It's not every time. It's 80% him, 20%
Oh my
me.
god, that's crazy. All right,
We
let's
went over
move
here
on.
for
Let's
forgetfulness.
let's cut this. How about that?
We're
Cut
not
this.
cutting any of this. Yeah, once again, you're not the editor. All right.
Hey.
So
We'll have Marcus do it. We'll cut it out. We won't. Thank you,
he's not cutting it out.
Marcus. All right, go ahead. Let's keep going. What
Anyway.
is the show? What's the show?
Well, welcome back to Midday Mercer, like I said
Woo.
before.
Hey.
And so, what I wanted to start with, which we
Mhm.
start with everyone for the most part, is what made you want to come to Mercer?
I didn't want to come to Mercer. So serious.
That's everyone's.
I did
answer.
not. I so ready. I was a terrible kid in high school. Not terrible as in like behavior, although my behavior is definitely challenging to adults. But I was not like a book kid. I mean, like if homework was due today, I'm not giving it to you until Friday the 13th of 2087. That was just me. You would never get it.
That's like Eli when I ask him to do stuff.
Yeah, right, right. So,
I don't have a life.
It was
Yeah.
kind of like my GPA when I graduated high school was a 1.2, so I can't go anywhere else. And I needed a degree. I needed a degree in something in order to live life. So I was like, Mercer, it is.
Was there any point in high school when you just said to yourself, "Oh, I may need to pick this up because I want to go to college," or were you just
No.
kind of just all the way
No.
through? Because I would say from my high school experience, I
Mhm.
felt similar, like where my GPA was really low, but around my junior year, I was like, "Oh, I need to pick this up if I want to go to college." But
Nope. I was kind of like, I'm ready to go. Let's wrap this up. Give me the tassel so I can flip it to the other side and get out of here.
did you go to college immediately after high school, or did you just?
Yeah. I
Oh,
went
really?
to college immediately after high school. Then I dropped out of college
Uh,
in 2019. And
Hey,
then came
same.
back in 2022. Yeah, I dropped out. I was like, this place is dreary. I feel like I'm in an episode of the saddest Lifetime movie ever. I need to leave.
Lifetime
Yeah.
movies are addicting.
Yeah. So I was like, I literally dropped out. I was a fashion merchandising major at that time, so I dropped out. I told my professor, I was like, I'm tired of this place. I hate it here. And I think that has a little bit to do with the way the program was formatted at that time.
Mhm.
And then 2022, after like working a couple internships, doing like odd jobs, and starting, I say my own business to some extent, or freelancing to some extent, I kind of was like, I actually kind of like this, and I actually need to go back to school so I can actually know what I'm doing fully, even though I know what I'm doing.
I want to get back to that in a second, but I do want to kind of touch a little bit back on. So when your experience coming here first wasn't as good, but when you first left, but you did do something which you kind of are a part of right now, which you
Mm.
said you were in fashion merchandising.
Yeah, so because of so I started working retail when I was 14. So it was kind of like I wanted to get a degree in something that definitely can expand my retail world, but then also give me the opportunity to still continue wardrobe styling and work on like the branding side of clients. So I kind of went to school for fashion merchandising, but anyone that goes to school for fashion merchandising will tell you fashion merchandising is a retail degree. It's literally a degree that you get when you want to do work in a store your entire life. It's literally that. Yes, you can take it to other areas, but it's literally built for retail.
So kind of similar to a liberal arts degree. That's a jab at someone.
I ain't gonna talk on that. I'm not going.
Sasha, if you're
I will
watching
not
this.
be. I will not be penalized for anything said during this meeting. But yeah,
you did end up taking some of that into your comeback at Mercer now because you are part of the fashion club and you do have a fashion show coming up, I believe May 5th,
May 10th.
May 10th.
Hey.
Jerry,
Everyone
who
be
we-
there. May 10th is the fashion show.
Is that the 6th or the 3rd? Because I was told the 3rd.
See, now y'all.
There will be a
challenging me.
fashion show at some point.
No, it's May 10th.
It's May 10th?
It's May 10th.
It's on all the posters are wrong. It says 3rd on the posters.
Are those the posters? for
Oh
Mercer?
no, it's May 3rd. You know, you're right. It is May 3rd. It's May
He
3rd.
wasn't right. I was right.
May
I was
3rd.
right.
I said the 3rd. You said
No,
the
you
6th.
didn't. I said the
I
6th
thought it
and
was
the
10th because
No,
some
let's run
other.
let's run the playback real quick. Let's run it.
I can't wait to see this playback.
Yeah, I have so much going on in May, so it's May 3rd.
We are looking forward
Yeah,
to it though.
we did just interview Jerry too, who's going to be a
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah, the fashion show is really good. I think everyone at West Windsor should participate. Every degree should participate in some extent because if you actually go into the world of fashion, there's a psychology aspect of it. There is photography. There are doctors on set. Anything could happen at a fashion show.
That's
So-
fun. It's funny you say that because I feel like that's what I've been preaching to the clubs I've been a part of,
Mhm.
and every club that don't just try and make your club limited to just one major, like broaden it to every
Because you
major
never
into-
know. Like interests go like a long way. Like literally for me, like yeah, I started in fashion, but I love media and branding and stuff like this. But then there's also a part of me that loves the way that fashion works with psychology and how
Mhm.
that partners together.
So let's talk about that a little bit because when you ended up taking some time off college, you started to discover how much you had a passion for media. Did that come
Yeah.
directly from fashion, or was that just become from other side jobs that you did where you were like just found something out and you just realized, oh, I really like this and I want to continue doing this?
I would say it came kind of came out of fashion and then became its own like area of my mind. Because so when I took some time off, I interned with Plitz Fashion Marketing, which was a company that would host fashion shows and model calls and award shows and different things like that. I interned with them, and I was a kind of like a media manager to some extent. I kind of helped with the PR side of the brand and all of that, and the entire team was built up of interns. There was no one that's like been there forever. There were no directors. It was literally like we're learning from each other, and we're all from like different schools, you know. And it was very beneficial for me because I wasn't in a college at that time versus the other kids.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but
No,
would you
you're good.
say it was very competitive too? Or because it was all young people and interns and you're all fighting for a job? Or you say it was really just team oriented?
It
And
was very
everyone's there to
team
help each other out.
oriented. I'll say I didn't experience the competitiveness of it because I kind of came in like, and you guys, everybody that knows me know I'm very headstrong. Like I'm coming in full throttle. It's you love it or you don't.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that I'll say was very receptive of the team is although we were all sporadic in age, and at that time I was the youngest, I was still one of the main people that was looked for, the main people that would lead projects and kind of when designers came in or when models came in, they're like, is Daveon here because I need him. I need his help. So it was like, in that sense, it was very beneficial. So I did that, and that's what kind of woke up my media, like my interest in media and being able to do like PR and host red carpets and different things, social media branding, stuff like that. From there, I did worked with another company who I will not name because that was a time. That was a time. I did a lot of work for them, and that kind of dove into my interest in like social media and stuff. And from there, it kind of was like, I can do this on my own. I can kind of make money doing this.
I would definitely say you being headstrong is one of the attributes I probably most admire about you and
Thank
other
you.
people on this campus. Because, I mean, I'm sure you experienced this before, but when you present yourself in a good way and you're very headstrong and you're very confident in yourself and you're not insecure, most of the time when people are like, someone needs to even just talk in public,
Yeah.
everyone turns their head to you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it shows that you can lead a group and you're like, one, you're willing to listen to other people's opinions, but you're also very like
Yeah.
you're not just gonna fold over for anyone. Like
Yeah.
you'll.
And
like,
I'll be honest, like I wasn't really like that in high school. A lot of people, some people will fight me saying that, but like I was definitely more of a,
showed flashes of it in high school.
yeah, it would come out, but not too much because I was a lot of times worried about what the receptiveness of it would be. But as I got older, it was kind of like, who cares about the receptiveness? Like,
Would
I'ma
you say
just
that's a
say-
trait you developed just over time? Like, would you say you developed that through college, working, or is it just something that out of nowhere just clicked?
working,
Working.
working, and then the age of media because it became. There used to be like this little this saying that would float around like show up as the person you want to become. So that's when I literally
Ooh,
became that person.
That's good. Someone needs to clip that.
Like I became that person. So I walk on this campus every day as if it's a fashion show. And if you know how I get during fashion shows, you know what I mean. Like I'm if I need something done, I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, I got a taste when ISIS pulled me into the room and you yelled at me when I was trying to walk.
Yeah, it gets real. It gets real. So whoever's participating in May 3rd, I apologize now because I'm definitely gonna tell you to sit down.
All right.
You had some, man?
No, I was gonna say we gotta move on. He's got 10 minutes left.
Oh,
We're move on to BSU.
Oh,
Tell us more about
Wait.
leadership on
Keep going.
campus.
well,
yeah.
to kind of speed roll. I wish we had a little more time because I liked where that conversation was going.
Yeah.
But
I have Voorhees. You got time.
Oh, okay, keep on. Yeah.
I got Voorhees.
so if we can continue a little bit, one of the things I'll just add right before is I do think work is one of the best. Working in any type of people, just dealing with people in general, and if you don't work much, find an area of the school where you can deal with people,
Right.
because it will make you a little more like have a little bit more of an abrasive side, which is important in any work world. You don't want to be the one getting walked over. But transitioning now, so we did the media, we took some
Mhm.
time off. At what point did you were like, okay, I want to come back to Mercer? And when you got here, what made you want to become so involved all of a sudden?
It was the sense of like, well, the company that I do not name, I had one of my directors on my team was like, you need to get a degree. Like you're great at what you do, but people will not take you serious without the degree. That also just goes into we knew my boss did not take me serious. So that's a whole big thing.
Belts.
We knew he did not take me serious and didn't think I could really do the job. So it was kind of like I need to do something to bring my resume up, to make my appearance and my resume match. So it was kind of like I was doing certificate programs at first. I was in a certificate program on Coursera, shout out to Coursera, for social media management, and it was ran by Meta or Facebook, whatever it's called now. I have no clue what it's called now. Meta, yeah, it was ran by Meta. I did that, and then I did a Mercer Technical School certificate in event planning. And then I was like, okay, so I have these. What now? I just need to get the develop on that. So it was
Mhm.
kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna go. At that time, it was COVID, so I was like, I'm not doing college during COVID. Not doing that. So then,
Smart.
yeah. Then 2022 came in, and I was at a church event, and it was a lady from Mercer there, and I was like, listen, I got a balance of, I think the balance was like $3,000. I was like, I need that paid off because I want to start back in the fall. It was August. It was literally August. And she was like, okay, call me on Monday. Called her on Monday. She pulled up everything, and she was like, don't worry about it. We'll pay it off. Fill out your financial aid. You got a couple days literally days before the semester starts. And I literally enrolled that day. I met with Elizabeth Knight. Shout out to Miss Knight if you know who she is. And we literally mapped out my entire schedule, got the balance paid off, and I was sitting in a classroom the next day.
That's crazy. That's one way to
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
get
I
right
literally
in
was
there.
like, get it going.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, before we get into what like all the accomplishments you started to have at
Mhm.
Mercer, was your plan when you just first enrolled, is it I just need to get in, or like are you like, all right, I'm in, I need to get just the associate's degree and I could go back to what I was doing, or are you trying to get the whole like everything, get the bachelor's degree and have all this built
That's a
on your
good
resume?
question. I definitely started and was like, I just need this associates so I can work, like finish my business and continue with my clients. But then as time went on and I realized how much I wanted to do within my realm of business, I kind of was like, I'm going all the way up. Like I'm gonna get the associates. I'm gonna get, like, I literally have a full plan. I'm getting my associates in new media, gonna get my bachelor's in social media and PR with a minor in fashion merchandising. Then from there, I want to get a master's in education and a PhD in psychology. That's literally my entire thing.
That is a lot of school.
Real quick, what are you gonna do with the education aspect?
Huh?
What are you gonna do with the education aspect?
I want to teach little kids. I want to teach kids the social media aspect of it because I feel like I had a social media class in high school. Her name was Natalie. The teacher's name was Natalie Ritchie, and that's my homegirl for real. Like, we talk on Facebook all the time, and she was the person that really made me like understand how like good at it I was naturally.
When you say you're gonna teach little kids, do you mean like what age group and like what?
Y'all know me, it'd definitely probably be like high school, but I consider them
okay.
little kids because they're littler than me. So I
okay,
consider
because
them.
I was gonna say if you're like teaching little kids,
Yeah.
For a minute, I was like, are you gonna teach them like just to stay off social media?
No. I want to teach I really want to teach little kids how to like brand themselves on social media because we are in the age of branding and influence and how important it is. And right now, colleges are not just reading that resume. They're looking at your LinkedIn.
You could also teach them the importance of when it comes to background checks. And go through
why
everything.
that stuff is important. I learned that being a manager in retail. Background checks are real.
Yeah.
And we do verify if you really worked at this company.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, we know the people that work at that company. So putting your friend's number down does not work.
Even just the aspect of sometimes you have to give over your social media and like you may not have the post up.
Yeah.
But they log into your thing. They see that DM you sent, or they look into your saved.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
can
See the DMs?
why are you there? Oh yeah, they'll go into your Snapchat. They'll look on your memories. If you have stories out drinking, partying, they'll crack down on you.
Yeah. So it's all like we're literally in the age of branding and influence. Some people may say we're in the AI age, but that all comes. It's all with branding, influence, social media, all of that. And I really want to teach kids how to utilize that in the proper way to get what you need out of life. I want to teach kids how to market yourself, because even though you may not consider yourself a brand, you still have an influence to some extent. You still have a say, you still have a voice. So your LinkedIn needs to be up to par because the colleges are looking at this. I went to a conference last year and literally I didn't even know the people that were, some of the companies that were there, but they knew me because I filled out the survey to be at the conference.
Yeah, and it's important anywhere you go almost when you think about it. If you're walking in a job and you don't market yourself to be qualified for the job, they're just not even going to take you serious the moment you walk in the door.
Take you serious.
It's
you gotta
like,
walk the walk, talk the talk. You have to look the part, everything.
Yeah, don't walk into any interview with a t-shirt. But
I have that happen before.
Yeah,
pajamas, a t-shirt.
Crocs.
Um,
people judge you within the first second they see you.
I worked for a retail store. It's a women's retail store called Windsor. If you know, you know.
This is one of them all, correct?
Yeah, no, I don't. Nah. And the girl, I was an assistant manager at the time. The girl came in for her interview and had on like a tank top, a little zip up hoodie. You know how they wear their hoodies one side off. Pajamas and like slippers. Okay. And I was like,
now, since I know you have a time constraint, so I want to get into this quickly. So now that you're at Mercer, you have your whole plan, which is like probably 10 years of school from the sound of it, but you will probably do it in 5.
Yeah. Hey, okay. You know me.
So at what point did you start joining one of these clubs? Because I know you're part of the marketing club. Or you're
He's an associate member.
I'm an associate member.
Yeah, we share.
I have not been there in a while.
We share that role together.
Yeah.
I was at the meeting yesterday for
like 2 minutes.
I will be there next week.
No, wait. It's not next week.
Oh, we moved it. Okay, yeah. I will not be there next week. I'll be there in 2 or 3 weeks.
It'll be 2 weeks. We have a branding workshop held by our very own Daveon Parker. Guys, give him a round of applause.
A branding workshop. That's
collaborative
really
between
marketing and FBLA.
FBLA. There we go. And is that it? The BSU is not.
Yeah, We're kind of dissolved, but
Oh, we'll get to that.
we'll get to that. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm sorry. Back to you, Anthony.
So, what made you want to start joining these? Well, first, how many clubs are you a part of?
I am technically the student advisor for the Fashion Spot, which is our fashion club down at JKC. Technically, I'm the BSU president. BSU technically dissolves at the end of the semester, but that's the whole thing.
Not unless.
Not unless someone picks it up and puts in all the work over the summer, and you can have it from there. Marketing club, technically. I technically filled out the form to be a part of the radio, but I never did it.
Nice.
Yeah. So I filled out a part of Leeds. I just haven't been to a Leeds event in I don't know how long.
You know, you had to do one a semester to stay part of it, right?
Yeah.
One event.
So boom, I was a part of it this semester.
There you
I
go, yeah.
went to one event.
So lead. There we go.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
So, when did you start? Like, was it immediate when you first got back here? You just went all in and started joining these clubs, or was it like an adjustment period, like like you had to ease yourself into it?
Yeah, because I definitely needed to find I was always in the fashion club, even when I left. Even when I dropped out, I still would kind of go back to JKC every now and then just to help the advisor, Katina Lindsay, out with different shows and things. But it was really like, I'll say last fall, I kind of was like, I want to kind of be a part of more things that have to do with my major and kind of develop that media side more, because I know fashion like the back of my hand, but what I got to learn the media side if that's the part that I want to work in. And I feel like Eli might have just came up to me one day randomly.
That's how he gets everyone.
That's
I
literally how I
want
get
to
a lot of
say
people.
he literally like came up to me and was like, "Hey, you want to be a part of marketing club?" And I was like, "Okay, sure." Just put my name down. From there, it was then like bothering student life all the time, going and seeing them and talking to them, and kind of.
Do you officially have like a position with student life? Because I know you run the closet.
Yeah, yes, I actually do. I work with, I help them with the Career Closet, which is a resource for students that need clothing for job interviews and different things like that. With my experience as a wardrobe stylist, it helps out very well.
Which we just talked about. If you need, if you're going to go to an interview, market yourself correctly. And now, if you're at Mercer, you could go right to Daveon, and he could help you.
And I will set up that time with you where literally, I kind of run it literally how I run. I hope to run it next semester because the semester's coming to a close. But I would like to run it the same way I kind of run clients, is I literally sit down and learn about you as well as helping you pick those clothes, because it's terrible to go to a job interview and you're not comfortable in what you're in. You can't really be confident if you're not comfortable. Okay. So,
look good, feel good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fashion psychology.
Yeah.
The whole thing. But yeah.
So we joined the marketing club.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hold really a power of leadership there, but
Yeah,
what you did end up doing
Mm-hmm.
is you did end up becoming the president of the BSU.
Yeah, the president of the Black and Brown Student Union. That kind of came about just by me. I went to a conference in October, and I kind of just liked how so it was CultureCon. If you've ever been to CultureCon, it's a great event where Black, and I won't even just say Black, but people that love the culture, Black culture, get together and they meet different influencers and different actors and different things. It's a really great event. And just being in a space like that, it was kind of like, I want to be able to not only participate in stuff like this every year and be a part of this, but also help to develop other students to be a part of these spaces, because we're at a community college. Everybody's not required to do an internship. Everybody's not required to be a part of different clubs. So there needs to be an outlet for them to kind of brand themselves and build themselves for the next. So when they do get to a four-year college, they're not shell shocked, I'll say. So I was like, how can I bring this to our campus? And then I was like, our campus doesn't have a Black Student Union. So I was like, boom, Black Student Union. And I'm not big on I won't say I'm not big. That's not the right verbiage. I'm not well versed in a lot of African American culture and African American history. So it was also a learning opportunity for me. And then I wanted to also build together our different types of Black students because we're all different. Me and Eli are two completely polar opposite people, but we get along like so well. We mesh together so well. And I'm like, I want that. I want that to be able to be. I want the basketball team. Well, do we have the basketball team?
Wow.
To be, I'm like, I get mixed up if we have basketball or football. I'm not even gonna lie.
Believe me, we don't have football.
It's really a whole big thing. But like, have the basketball team also be like a part of that, you know, and be able to sit in those spaces with students that are in the gaming club, you know.
Not to mention that's also very important because you guys went to the one meeting I did. I don't know how successful it went, but I know you did talk about trying to branch out to JKC and start connecting both campuses and making it like one Mercer.
So that is still in the works. JKC actually has 2 clubs right now, or 2 clubs that solely live on JKC. One is, Eli, help me out. One is the JKC
Helper
Events
Club? The JKC Helpers Club?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the other one is like the events one. One is like just helping, and then one, oh no. The helper one is the events one, and then the fashion spot are literally the only 2 clubs there.
And at one point, I don't know if you know this, they actually tried to start an SGA down there in James Kearney campus.
Yeah, that did try to happen.
Yeah, it did not work out too well.
No.
Not too many students
Eli,
could get in there. My mic is on.
I know, but I'm saying.
Oh, I'm not in it?
Talk
So
into
sorry.
it.
Yeah, we there were a lot of James Kearney students who wanted their voice to be heard a lot more, and it's very understandable. As far as I know, it could just never get off the ground, and some of the fashion people wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah.
It just never worked.
Yeah, so with BSU, we were trying to get down there. Granted, BSU has been dissolved for this semester. But for the fall, I'm going to keep plugging that in. But for the fall, we do plan to bring it back and definitely work with JKC and kind of, if not host a lot of events at JKC. I know we are working with the DEI department of the college to do something for Juneteenth downtown.
What's his name? Who
Marvin Carter.
Yo, shout out to Marvin.
He comes on here soon.
Yeah, he's really good. He would be actually really good on this. But yeah,
you should have got him on an episode with you. That'd have been really fun.
Oh my God, I drive him crazy all day in his office. I literally was in his office for 3 hours yesterday, just asking questions about our college. But yeah,
he loves you.
He does. He really does. Even if he says he doesn't, do not believe him.
So what I wanted to add is one of the things you're doing, which once again I think is very important, and I talked about this, I would say, a couple times in different episodes, is that you are trying to build a bigger community on this campus, which is huge because as a community college, I mean, I feel like we all know in the room that when you first come here, you're kind of like, where is the college life? Where is the community? Where are the people?
Correct.
And you kind of have to do a little bit to go find that. And you know, it's easier in different colleges, but there's still people who decide not to go find it.
Right.
Whereas here, you do have to try and make the most of your experiences here.
Right.
And by giving a Black student union, I love that idea that you're branching out so people from the gaming club can meet people from the basketball team, and you could have more of a community where a lot of people know each other. It makes it easier for people to make friends, which is why I push people to join clubs. Find people who have similar interests.
Find your audience.
Yeah, find people who you may want to make friends with. You don't have to be like someone who's doing marketing to just be like, you know, that interests me. I kind of want to sit down in a meeting and see these people and listen to what they got to say.
Right.
And so I would say what you're doing and what you have been doing for all the different clubs, the events you've been doing, the workshops you're doing have been really, I think, are really good for the campus. And
Thank you.
We could keep you, because I won't be here next year. You could keep finding, you could keep finding a way to build a bigger community on the Mercer campus.
Yeah, because that was like the biggest thing for former people that have relatives of mine that have left Mercer. For those that don't know, Mercer is considered, Eli were talking about this the other day. Mercer is called 13th grade because it doesn't feel like college.
I was gonna say that the one thing I always heard is Mercer's the second high school.
Yeah,
go
like
to.
it doesn't feel like a college. So my biggest goal was to always bring that sense of college here, even though we don't have dorms.
Which shout out to Student Life because you guys have been doing a really good job.
A great
At
job.
least the time I was here, I know you guys have been doing a really good job
Yes.
bringing something to the campus. Shout out to Carrie. We hope to get you on soon.
Yes, Carrie needs to come here.
Yeah,
Because Carrie's great.
we're really excited to
I
have
will
her on.
sit in Carrie's office and just talk to her about a bunch of stuff all day just because I just like her energy.
I was supposed to send her a list yesterday, like 30 students, and I just forgot.
You should probably do that.
Yeah,
Carrie,
I should do that. I'm so sorry.
Eli
Carrie.
has memory problems.
I-
He's getting
I
old.
do.
He's getting old.
I don't. I give myself like 5 more years.
When you talk into the mic, this part is where
I know. I
records the
turn
audio.
it this way because I
know.
don't want to hear my breathing. Because I'm very
you know what you can
today.
do? You can like go like this, and then when you
Just
need to
pull it
talk
in.
into it,
Bring
yeah.
it
So when you do this, it's like some of it's getting picked up. Then you turn to Daveon, and none of it gets picked up.
There's nothing there. Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, just bringing that like sense of community here. I did recommend the Student Life, and I'm going to say this on the podcast because I think it'll be really good.
Is it pool tables? Because I said that, or ping pong tables.
Nobody wants pool tables. That is the whitest thing.
Is
We should get pool tables
actually if I
and ping pong tables.
if I
Black
went
people don't want to play no ping pong.
Wait, I love ping pong.
if I went
Eli, you don't.
when I go to Mr.
You
when I go
don't
to
count.
wait, hold on, because when I go to Mr. Cooper's house, all he does is tell me how he will beat me in pool, and he is literally one of the best pool players I ever seen. And he was my art teacher, and he ran the BSU at Steiner. He didn't let me join the BSU at Steiner, but he did.
I think you're missing a valuable portion of what you need.
Did
But I mean, he was a part of our BSU. That's because I welcome him and I kind of bully him a little bit, but in a good way. So
That's how you got to do it here. You got to bully people.
yeah, you got to. You
Oh,
got to
wait,
bully them
wait,
into
Who's about
joining
to
the
say?
clubs.
Was somebody about to say an idea? Was it
Oh.
Anthony?
that was Mark.
Marcus.
You
Wow.
know how many times he calls me Marcus? You know how many times he does it?
Marcus is in the room.
But the
Crazy.
funny thing is that in high school there was a boy named Marcus that looks exactly like me.
Okay, we'll give it to him.
So and it's so funny because in high school teachers used to do that.
What's crazy is too is like I don't for some reason like I know his name is Marcus, but I don't like in my brain it doesn't want to call him Marcus. But whenever I see you, I'm like Marcus. Yeah, it's Marcus.
Yeah. No, in high school there was a boy named Marcus, and teachers used to call me Marcus all the time, and I used to be like, "Nope, wrong kid. It's Daveon."
I actually used to
Wait,
call.
1 second. I'm gonna put Dave.
I have a sad story. In eighth grade, people used to call me Malcolm because I looked like the security guard.
I can see that name.
I could actually.
Malcolm
It
energy,
works.
yeah.
It does
You do
work.
give Malcolm energy. Absolutely.
I believe,
Malcolm energy.
I don't know why, but I also feel like before I even met him, and I would try and talk to Eli about you, I always would try and call you a name with an M. Like I was always trying. There was either whether it was the M at the start of it or there was like a prominent M in it.
Louis,
Dave,
look at Daveon's face.
Yeah,
Daveon.
I don't know. I don't know why, but it was like always in my head. I can't
Should
get
I
it out.
just switch some letters to
Yeah.
M's in my name? Make
Yeah,
it
just
easier?
change your name for me.
I'll work on it.
Can you be Demarcus?
DeMarcus. Hey. We got him, guys. We got him.
It's just turning
We
into a
got him.
race war.
I could tell no one in
We
here.
got him.
I could tell no one in here watches Gideon, but
No, what is
Some
that?
of his videos. He's a YouTuber.
yeah, he
Yeah,
actually turned
I'm
his
not
life
a
over to
big-
Christ and deleted all his YouTube
did.
videos.
Oh,
Quite a few
Yeah.
people are doing that online now.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
so happy for him in that community.
Listen, hey.
But he used to go by Jamarcus Cousins III, which was
Oh.
We should watch some of his videos because he has some crazy.
he's
Crazy
Plug it in.
hilarious.
Put it in there, a little clip of it. And
Not right now. Yeah,
I actually don't know if
Yeah.
I don't even know if we may be able to find some, but it will probably be harder to find than because he literally deleted
everything.
everything. Yeah,
That's hilarious.
his whole channel is blank. The only thing he
Seriously?
puts up on his second channel now is like when he goes to preach at church or Bibles.
Oh, he's a pastor now. Hey, it's pastors be making good money, so
Well, he's already made his money, so I think he's just doing this for
I'm just
passion.
saying pastors making good money.
Yeah. Oh, we should watch a video where he goes to a sundown town after dark.
What?
What do you Sundown towns? There's a lot of them
He
around here.
just asked, do sundown towns still
Wait,
exist?
can you just illuminate to the camera what is a sundown town?
A sundown town is a town that black people can't go to at night when the
Mhm.
sun goes down. I have relatives that live in one, and she used to tell us, let's go in the house. It's getting a little dark out here.
For anyone who sees my face and is wondering why I'm confused, it's because I actually cannot hear Marcus.
That's
So,
the same, yeah.
so when he talks, it's just nothing.
Yeah, we can't hear a lot of what he's saying.
Oh, you don't hear him?
No,
he's not speaking into
one of the
mic.
biggest reasons I put on the headphones is for like everyone else's mic etiquette. But in turn, if someone's not talking in a mic, I cannot hear you, which is why I'll be like the first one to be like, "Please talk in a mic so I can understand what you're saying." I tried to read
So
your
he's
lips.
not confused on what he does. He knows what a sundown town
Yeah, I know what a
is.
sundown town is, but I was trying to read his lips and see what he was saying. And I was not doing a good job at it.
I know what a sundown town is.
Mhm.
I just thought they stopped doing it because that really should be illegal.
Actually, it's a lot in New Jersey
Yeah.
if we really want to talk about it. But there's a lot of things that are illegal, but we kind of still do them.
I mean, they lynched somebody a few years ago
Child, listen.
in Jersey.
I seen on TikTok the other day. Well, I'm not going to talk about that because I seen it on TikTok, and Marvin Carter gave me the note. If there are not facts to back it up, then don't bring it up. So
Are we allowed to say that word? Lynch.
Lynch.
Yeah, we're good with that, right?
I mean, I have an advisor called Dr. Lynch.
Oh well, then I don't.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. I
Yeah.
mean,
Also, it's 12:45. I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're
but if
good.
You
Go
have to
till
go to
1.
class? Okay,
go
cool.
till 1.
All right, let's keep going. Do you want to jump to a game, or do you want to?
Yeah, I feel like we did get a lot.
Yeah.
We covered a lot. Is there
Yeah,
anything
you
else
know,
you may want to mention?
My Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at the.parkerofficial. I own a full consulting and management firm, which houses wardrobe styling, graphic design, and social media management, as well as event planning and curation. I'm also will be getting into photography, content creation, a bunch of stuff.
Not to mention, Daveon has been recording this, I believe, almost the entire
yes, I've
podcast.
literally
So
been
you will
recording.
probably see
You'll
his
see
POV
some of these
this.
clips.
Yeah, he's
okay.
always on campus, and you know what? I think everybody except Jeremiah is going to be on campus next semester. So we have people who can not only.
No, you're not going to be on campus.
No, everybody who's been on camera besides us.
Oh.
And
Yes, I'll be
yeah.
here. So always come up and speak to me. I like meeting new people.
do you? Wait, say that in the.
I said, technically, I'll be the only person in charge, so I have to come to you.
You gotta come to me. Boom. So come to me.
Okay.
I like meeting new people. I like talking to people. I like to hear what people think of our campus and how we can make it better. No, I am not the president. I'm not the vice president. I'm not on SGA in any way.
But he might be, guys.
Eli,
He
be
might
quiet.
be.
Actually,
Eli,
we
be quiet.
We just talked about this before. He's not any power leadership. He's actually taking over Eli's role as the mayor of Mercer,
I am not the
which
mayor.
means all he's gonna do
It's a title.
all
I
he's
want
gonna do is as he
no-
walks through the hallway, he's gonna have to greet, shake hands, and say hi to every
I'm
little
gonna
person
walk
he
around
walks-
in a navy blue suit for now on.
You're gonna look
No,
like Patrick.
I hold no power. I just know people, and I like to get things done. I like to really hear what people think of our campus and how we
Yeah.
can make it better.
At the end of the day,
Um,
that might be more power than having a title, because that means more to people.
Come on, because favor ain't fair. That was a little
It sure-
church
ooh,
moment
amen.
for y'all.
Oh wait,
That was a church
nah
moment. for
church in
y'all.
here.
Listen,
Anthony, look at your
it's
eyes.
favor
Look at
ain't fair.
Well,
I'm so
because
confused. I
because
love it.
no, because you know where I was gonna go with that
Where
when
you
you
gonna go?
said the holding a position of power isn't much.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. We have to cut this out again.
And
We're good. Go ahead.
It was one of the most interesting things to me. 'Cause I'm like,
Okay.
I love everyone always
I did it when I first sat down.
Oh, we're over an hour, by the way, in recording.
nice.
Got a lot of stuff. Yeah,
Everyone-
we're cutting out 30 minutes now. So.
We have to. That would be crazy if we have to cut out the whole hour, and it's only like 15 minutes or something. We can use.
Welcome to midday at Mercer.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, go ahead. Hop back in the conversation. Go
I
ahead.
forget where we were in the conversation.
Just start a new conversation, bro. I forget. No, we'll do the game later.
One of
Because they give me
come
more
back.
well,
time.
we were just talking about because he said, and before the audio went out, we were talking about how he finds it interesting about how so many people find him so interesting on campus, and I tried to add on to that because he said it too. That everyone usually when they first sees me will be like, that kid's gonna be a douche or an asshole or whatever the case
That's
is.
exactly what a lot of people thought.
Definitely.
And
I
then-
100% thought he was me.
Yeah. But you're
And
a
then
great
I
person.
was like, "Who are you?" Like I came.
You gave
like,
me the Marcus.
I came at him like so strong, but he was receptive to it.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Well, this is who I am. What's your name?" So it was like, "Oh wow."
Yeah,
Yeah.
mind you, there's a select few people on this campus who can be seen as one way, and then you meet them, and you're like, these are some of the most welcoming people. I think everybody in this room fits the description. Go ahead.
When the first time I met you, I'm not gonna lie.
Talking to the mic.
Sorry. So first time I met you, sorry. First time I met you, I really thought you were like a real douchebag. Like I know when I saw you, but you were really cool and stuff. Yeah. You're cool.
Oh,
What was your
thanks.
first thoughts of me?
I thought I told you. I thought you were really funny.
I thought he was mean. I was like, "Who the f- is this?"
Well, when I met
That was An hour
That's my
before we
personality.
started.
I'm sorry.
Well,
he walked in, Eli, and was
listen,
like,
"Hey, listen, I be dick to people.
"Who are we?
The reason why I be
who
rude
are
to
we
people to
interviewing
see
today?"
if they
Like,
can
I'm not sitting here. I'm black.
The
I
only
got on
reason
a
why I
white
be rude to people
hoodie.
like
I
that-
ain't blending in.
I mean,
You can see me.
he
See
can blend
you.
in the
See
wall.
me.
You, if I do this,
I'm still here.
Also, keep the light off. Keep the light off because we're supposed to have it off the entire time. Yeah.
Don't not. All right.
Oh, why?
Because it just gives better lighting coming down.
Oh,
It,
Marcus.
cut this out. Let's get right.
we got him.
Marcus.
We got him.
Everybody's getting caught today.
I would
We
say,
got him.
I would say the difference.
I ain't get called yet, and I'm normally the one.
The difference
I'm normally the
between
one.
me and you meeting Marcus is I met him in a where we were all like playing Uno or like something. It was something similar.
I'm telling
And
y'all.
it was like it was a very relaxed setting, and then he just bursted in here and was like, "Yo, so we'll be interviewing." I'm like, "Look to your right."
I'm like, who the fuck is this? I said, well, you can ask me. Like, I'm right here.
when
But
I
no.
when I first met Daveon, I
you mean-
was doing wasn't I doing the thing for Lynch's class, and I was like trying to get surveys, and
Yeah,
You met a lot
because
of
you
people that
walked
way.
in the SGA office.
Yes, that's exactly how it was. Yeah,
Because
we
that's the
can't use
same
it
day I
anymore.
met Juhi.
yeah. And I was like, and
And now
Daveon
I have both their numbers in my phone.
and Daveon instantly started to like try and put me on blast.
Yeah, I wanted to know who he was. I like to know people.
Yeah.
Me and Eli talk about this. I break down a wall before
Wait, the first thing you do it specifically with a woman, which is why I know this man's such a player. You
He's had a
immediately
girlfriend
go-
for 4 years.
Yeah, you immediately go in with a compliment like, "Girl, first of all, I love your hair, or I love your
Yeah, I
energy,"
do give a
and
com-
it helps.
I gotta break down a wall so then I
compliments
can
break it down
you
so
know, you
easy.
have that conversation.
You did say something about my hair. Like
I probably was like,
wearing
you
a
have
hat.
really nice hair.
You said something like, "With your curls, I feel like I can trust you." So go on.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
It's
and
a
it
it's a
works.
form of they teach you that in Fashion Week. That's a form of networking.
Yeah, and that's what I'm teaching Patrick right now from SGA because he wants to be more outgoing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Compliments work, and then when I have him move on to like gratitude,
Mm-hmm.
have like
Eli,
go.
no,
Know what?
Eli,
Know what?
Talking to Mike.
I'm talking to Mike right now, right? Okay. But yeah, I'm having to move on. But honestly, getting people to break down their walls, it's one of the best way to get to know people.
Mhm.
And it's something I wrote about in my college essays. I ask questions that are weird or sometimes abrasive, but I get to
Mhm.
know people on such a fast or quick level.
Yeah.
It works.
I did feel like that was one of the reasons why I instantly respected Daveon, because he actually didn't just try and he tried to get to know me a little bit.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
why
give a
I'm more like-
compliment, you know.
that's why I'm bold and forward when I first try to meet someone because I want to see if they could tolerate me.
I'm 100% bold though. I really am bold.
Absolutely.
I 100% am bold.
It all depends. Also, I will say the first time, I think Anthony said it before. The first time I met you was pizza in the hallway for marketing club. First time I met Marcus was in the cap. No, you came to the SG office because you wanted to learn about your club. He's making his club, and I was in the office for that day, and we had a nice conversation. And then how did I meet you, Daveon?
I
How was
really
it?
don't know how we
I don't
met.
remember. I think it could have been a random conversation.
it's so
But
fun.
remember, we did have journalism.
That's
Yeah.
That might have been exactly how
That might be how.
we had J1 together with Johnson. We
It's
gonna
so,
say it.
it's so funny that like you would meet me and you're like, "Oh, this probably dude's a douche," but you were like, "I need people for marketing club. You want to join marketing club?"
Wait, I
It
heard he
so-
was in branding, and I was like, "This is the person I need to have." And you were confident,
Yeah.
and you always started yourself. So I knew you carried yourself well. So I was like,
Yeah.
"We need to have this guy marketing club." Most people who join my marketing club as new members, they're
Mhm.
people who lack a little bit of confidence, and they build it
Mhm.
over the term, learning what they
Yeah.
learn in marketing club, and I love that.
I think I joined my first day in the club as I was eating pizza. He's like, "I need a logo made," so I'm like, "Oh, let me look," and I made like 3 logos
Yeah.
we
while
never
just
used
on
any
my
of them.
phone sitting there.
We haven't used any of them, and then Unesa made
That's
like
fine.
3 more. We didn't use any of them, and then I just gave up on the social media for marketing because I was like, half the stuff people come more so out of the word of mouth to these meetings, and that's how I'll have a
Then-
packed up room without
Yeah.
actually. We haven't hung up a single poster this entire school year, but our
For
room is
marketing
packed
club?
up. No, not a single one.
I mean, that's good. Then that means you have really good word of mouth communication.
Yeah, but my fear is the moment I leave, and that's why Dr. Lynch is all about like leaving legacy. Who's going to take over next time?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Who's
we
gonna,
talked
like-
about in the gaming episode.
We did. Oh my god, that's so important, legacy. But who's gonna take over marketing club when I'm not here? Because she's like, Elijah, you do so much of the stuff in the meetings, and you end up pulling so many people in. What's gonna happen after you leave? Is it just gonna die out? And that's
But
my
that
fear.
happens with so many things.
Club. It happened
Well-
with football club.
Nothing is ever formatted to longevity is
No.
a fear on this campus.
Plus,
with
it's community college,
every
2-year
game.
turnaround.
Well, I will say the problem with the flag football club, and I keep telling people this because, like, theoretically, I could have ran it this year.
the
Mhm.
flag football club.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
Run by what's his name again?
It was run by me and Jakari.
Jakar. Yeah.
Jakari.
When Jakari left, it was just me, and I ran the social media. And
Also, can you set up? It's just have your faces covered by them. There we go.
I ran the social media, made
You
the
disappear.
logos, did like all the stuff for that. And when people were like, "Are you bringing it back?" and I'm like, and at that point, we had. It wasn't so much that you couldn't like. No one wanted to do it. It was so much like I had to go through student life and get waivers made just so people wouldn't sue Mercer. Had to go talk to the athletic director for a field. There was so many hoops and boundaries we would have had to go to just to get the club started. And when I asked, and people are like, "Yo, when are we gonna play football again? Are you bringing it back? Are you bringing it back?" And I'm like, "Are any of you willing to help me
Mm-hmm.
and be a club officer and possibly maybe take it over?" Because I have a lot on my plate. I just brought back FBLA to the campus and doing all this stuff. And everyone was like, "Nah." And I'm like, well, then there's your answer. If no one's willing to step up and take any help doing the club,
Daveon's gonna say something.
then
he can.
not
Well, first of all, we all
this-
understand this experience.
and to me, I was like,
Yep.
I said this to Eli. I was like, I'm more prone to doing the FBLA because that could lead to scholarships. Flag football is fun. At the end of the day, I like doing it, but it takes up a lot of time because you're doing it every
And
Monday.
that's what
Wednesday.
colleges are looking for right now. They want to hear about the fun stuff, but they want to see the fun stuff that also can get you to open doors.
Exactly.
Which is why.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, that looks, yes, you can put that on your college essay. And they need to see that you guys participated in those larger big events when it comes to gaming, when it comes. Boom.
Oh, there's
See?
a tournament tomorrow. Well, by the time we release this episode, it'll be about last week. But yeah.
So that like stuff like that is really important. Like the fashion club now participates in the NRF, which is the National Retail Federation.
Hey, shout out.
Which is like a really big event.
Yeah, you have to learn to connect to. I'll give it 5 minutes. You have to learn to connect to the bigger organizations because Marketing
Yeah.
Club was Marketing Club for the first year, but then we connected to American Marketing Association. FBLA came in as Future Business Leaders of America, so you guys came in already. But connecting to
Well,
those gives you so
the
many
th-
resources.
the thing with FBLA is FBLA was a chapter here,
Yeah,
but then
brought it
it
back.
disbanded. So this year we actually brought FBLA back to Mercer,
And
which
that's
was
important.
huge.
Yeah, it's
And we
a
had
big deal.
15 had 15 people place in the state competition.
within like a month of opening. the
That's
doors.
good.
No, that's
See,
awesome.
and that's what I wanted for BSU.
But did you connect to anybody with BSU? Like a big organization?
I needed help to do that, and I just did not have the help.
So if
to
you had the
genuinely-
help from, because I want to see BSU here.
I want to see a BSU.
I would
on the
love
school.
to help.
And they have a
you.
BSU at Ryder and CC&J.
What they are trying
Yeah.
to get at here is that if you are a student and you want to be a part of BSU or continue to see BSU at Mercer, please reach out to Daveon or someone in the BSU to help
Daveon.
Daveon
It's only me. It's only me, guys.
or someone in the BSU or maybe a professor to help continue that club
Continue the BSU.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's so important.
really good. Like BSUs help so many black and brown students across so many campuses, across the U.S. Like a lot of students get a lot of opportunities.
and
You have
not,
to think we don't have fraternities and stuff.
and not
So
to
that's another
mention
way to get connected.
not
with
to
people.
mention if you're not black or brown,
You're
but you
still
just want to
welcome.
learn about different cultures,
Mhm.
you could they will encourage you to go to a meeting and sit.
Yes, I literally pulled him. I literally met him. That was the day I met you.
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're coming to a BSU meeting." He didn't know me from a can of paint, but I respected the fact that he still came, stayed the entire time. No, you stayed. You had to leave because you had a class or something. And
I had
you
to meet
came
with
back.
I had to meet with Carrie.
Boom, and he literally came right back. And
Yeah, not every student's willing to do that. I will. At the end of the day, it's the other leaders who understand the experience
yes,
who will. They're like, I understand where you're coming from. I'll come back to support you. And those little things matter. What you gonna say? Go ahead.
I remember the first time I had my first game club meeting. There were only 3 people that came, and I had like 40 applicants that signed. I was real sad, and then when the weeks
that's a
go,
whole big thing in itself. That's a whole thing in itself.
Remind.
And I did send. I had my secretary send out emails to everyone. But then weeks go by, I kept on going like, "Hey, you want to join a gaming club and stuff?" And then like people just kept on, and people joined. Now I'm like 20 people mostly comes to the club room.
Listen, do not sign up if you are really not going to show up.
Yeah,
And for clubs, I will say this.
yeah.
It looks good on the paper, but we not
for that.
Wait.
we just not here to make a paper look good. We're
Yeah.
here to make a difference.
Wait,
create
wait.
a community.
Hold on. I'm going to say this for clubs.
Yeah.
Not many people check their emails as much as you think they do.
They don't.
So
Wait.
if you want to get people in clubs, I can tell you every meeting. I don't go to criminal justice clubs, but someone
Utilize group me.
someone made me join it. They do remind, but I can tell you every time there's a criminal justice club because I get a remind. I get remind emailed, and then like they'll post it on their social media.
Social media, branding, social media, branding, all that stuff is so important when it comes to clubs on this campus. We are not a 4-year. So once people go home, they even forget about homework.
Mm.
Okay? Let's be real.
Wait, there's some interesting data I want to bring up because Marketing Club just did a survey.
Mhm.
And one of the questions was when it comes to how you want to find out your Mercer County Community College information, the number one thing was posters, brochures, and flyers, which shocked everybody in our club. We were like, nobody reads this stuff, but yet people are choosing this. Next was email. Third was social media, which is crazy because so many people admit to not reading email.
That's a
but yet
lie.
so many people. That's what I'm saying. So it confused the crap out of all of us.
You know the one
It's
thing
social
you know
media.
the one thing you should have put on there though that you didn't was text.
What do you text messages?
I get text from Mercer. I get text and calls
I'm
from
telling
Mercer.
you,
Yeah,
when
but
I
you
found
can't,
out-
you can't use text all the time as like a from like
Yeah,
'cause
but
there's
you could
certain
u-
groups that can only send out text. We can't do that.
Yeah, but you can work around this. Well, I know some people have SMS, like SMS.
SMS, yeah.
But however, for the thing you were doing it for, which was the foundation,
Scholarships, yeah.
they should have the ability to do
no,
that.
they do that.
But if you're a club, you can work around that by using GroupMe or Remind.
There you
GroupMe,
go.
because GroupMe has a new setting on it, and I literally didn't know GroupMe like changed the way they're formatted.
Mhm.
But they have a
Such a good app.
setting on it that literally connects you with the college, and it gives you every
Oh.
student in the college that has GroupMe.
Oh, that's
So you can literally
genius.
go through and add those people. Let's say they forget to join the GroupMe. If you know their name or even their school email address, you can add them in the GroupMe on
We
your
should
own.
get sponsored by GroupMe.
Or if you are a
wait, point at the camera again. Point at the camera. GroupMe. Wait, Anthony, point at the camera.
or if you're a
There you go.
person trying to join a club and you know that hey this
Only
person's
you
in
can
it,
prevent forest fires.
if you know a person's in it, you could go on GroupMe and directly message them.
Directly.
Yeah.
Listen, and they have the calendar setting on there where you can put in all the events. So it worked out. But
that's
yeah.
cool.
So if you want to do BSU, I definitely will be here in the fall. Let me know. I can't promise that I'll be as active because I have a lot of classes next year. I think I'm taking